Let's go over the hidden costs you might not know about before making your move. First up is property taxes. In California, property taxes are usually about 1.25% of the home's value. So if you're buying a home in Lodi for $600,000, that's about $625 a month in property taxes. But here's something most people don't know. Some newer neighborhoods in Lodi have something called Melrose tax. These are extra property taxes used to pay for things like roads, schools, and fire stations in growing communities. Not every home has them, but some do, and they can add several hundreds of dollars to your monthly payment. So before you buy, it's really important to ask, are there any special taxes or assessments on this home? Because if there are, that could change what you can actually afford. Next is homeowners insurance. This protects your home from things like fire, theft, or natural disasters. It's usually about $100 to $150 a month, depending on the size and location of the home. Some policies could cost more, especially if you add earthquake coverage or if the home is older. Another cost to know about is mortgage insurance. If you're putting down less than 20%, most loans will require mortgage insurance. That is something you pay monthly, and it helps protect the lender in the case you stop making your payment. For a $600,000 home with 5% down, mortgage insurance is going to cost around $250 to $300 a month. The good news is the cost may go away once you build enough equity in the home, but it is something that you need to plan for up front. Let's talk about HOA fees, or homeowners association fees. Some homes in Lodi, especially newer ones, are part of neighborhoods with HOAs. These fees can be as little as $50 a month or as high as $200 a month, depending on what's included. An HOA might cover things like landscaping, a community pool, or neighborhood security. It's not a bad thing. It is a cost you need to factor into your budget. And finally, don't forget about ongoing maintenance. When you rent, your landlord usually takes care of repairs. But when you own your home, that's on you. You might have to fix a leaky faucet or replace a broken appliance. And if the home has a big yard, a pool, or solar panels, your maintenance costs can go up even more. Most homeowners should plan around 1% of their home's value each year for maintenance cost. That's about $6,000 a year on a $600,000 home, or about $500 a month on average. Let's do a quick recap. Property taxes, about $625 a month. Mortgage insurance, around $250 to $300 a month. Homeowners insurance, about $100 to $150 a month. HOA fees could be $50 to $200 a month. Maintenance, budgeting around $500 a month. So if your principal and interest payment is around $3,700 a month, once you add in all the extras, your real monthly cost could be closer to $4,600 to $4,800 a month. And that's why working with a local mortgage expert like me can make a big difference. I'll help you look at the full picture so you can make smart choices and avoid surprises. Let's take a step back and talk about the big picture. You've learned what homes cost in Lodi. You've seen how long the commute might be. You know about the extra costs like taxes and insurance. Now it's time to ask, is Lodi the right place for you to live? To help you figure that out, let's go over the real pros and cons of living in Lodi. I'll share what people love about it, what they sometimes struggle with, and who I think Lodi is best for. Let's start with the good stuff. Pro number 1, more space and a slower pace. One of the first things people say when they move to Lodi is how much more space they have. Homes here usually come with front and back yards. You're not packed in like you are in the city. You have more room for kids to play, for your dog to run, maybe even plant a garden or put in a patio. It just feels more relaxed. Life slows down a bit, and that can be a very good thing. Pro number 2, a strong community feel. Lodi is the kind of place where people wave hello, neighbors help each other out, and the town shows up for local events. There's a small town feel here that's really special. Local schools are active with sports and after-school programs. Church services, clubs, and volunteer groups are all a big part of life here. If you've been living in a busy city and want to feel more connected, this is one of Lodi's best qualities. Pro number 3, wine country and outdoor fun. Did you know Lodi is home to over 80 wineries? That's a lot more than some people expected, and they're right in your backyard. You can enjoy wine tasting on the weekends, take visiting friends out for a tour, or even attend concert at some of the bigger vineyards. And if wine's not your thing, there's still plenty to do outdoors. You've got Lodi Lake for kayaking or walking trails, local parks with playgrounds and picnic areas, and weekend events like the Great Festival, holiday parades, and farmers markets. Now, Now, no town is perfect, and Lodi has a few things you should think about. Con number 1, hot, dry summers. Summers in Lodi can be intense. Temperatures often hit the high 90s and even over 100 degrees for days at times. If you're used to coastal weather like in San Francisco, it can be a big adjustment. Also, during fire season, even though the fires may be far away, the smoke can blow into the Central Valley and affect air quality. This doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, it can make it hard to be outside, especially if you have asthma or breathing issues. Con number 2, fewer big city perks. Lodi has charm and character, but it's not the big city. There aren't giant shopping malls, luxury brands, and huge entertainment centers. You will find local boutiques and family-owned restaurants, but if you're looking for the Cheesecake Factory or Nordstrom, you'll have to head to Stockton, Sacramento, or even the Bay Area. Same with nightlife. If you love concerts, big events, or trendy rooftop bars, you might feel limited here. Con number 3, growth does bring change. Lodi used to be a quiet farming town, but more people are moving here, and that's changing the feel of the city. More homes are being built, there's more traffic during school drop-off, schools are growing, and stores are getting busier. Some longtime locals feel like it's getting too crowded. Others are excited to see new opportunities come in. It really depends on what you're looking for. So let's ask again, is Lodi right for you? Here's who I think will love living here. Families who want good schools, friendly neighborhoods, and room to grow. People moving from the Bay Area who want to own a home and stop renting. Remote workers or folks with flexible jobs who only need to commute a few times a week. Wine lovers or anyone who enjoys the slower lifestyle with easy access to nature. And people who just want a place that feels safe, calm, and affordable compared to the big cities. And here's who might not be a good fit. Someone who commutes to San Jose or San Francisco every single day. That's a long, tiring drive. People who love the hustle of the city, big malls, fancy restaurants, late night concerts, those are hard to find here. Anyone who really dislikes hot weather, you'll definitely feel the heat here in the summer. That's the honest truth. Lodi isn't for everyone, but if what you're looking for is more space, more peace, and more value for your money, this could be the place where your next chapter begins. So let's think about everything we just covered. We talked about home prices in Lodi and what it actually costs to live here, not just the sticker price, but the full picture. You now understand how much your monthly payment could really actually be, including taxes, insurance, and hidden fees like homeowners' dues or mortgage insurance. We also cover commute times, what it's like to drive to Stockton, Sacramento, or even the Bay Area, and how some people use the ACE train to make life a little easier. You've heard the pros, you've heard the cons, you've heard what makes Lodi special and what changes might come with it. And now you might be asking yourself, is this the right place for me? Maybe you're feeling excited about the slower pace, the wineries, and the family-friendly neighborhoods, or maybe you're a little unsure about the heat, the commute, or whether your budget will get you in the home you want. Here's the good news. You don't have to figure it out all alone. Buying a home is a big deal. It's not just about numbers on paper. It's about building a life that works for you. That's why I take the time to help my clients think through every part of the process. I'm not just here to give you a loan. I'm here to help you make smart, confident choices. I'll break down the numbers, answer your questions, and help you understand your best options, whether you're ready to buy in the next 30 days or just starting to explore your possibilities. Because here's what I know, when you have the right information and the right plan, everything feels easier. You'll know what kind of home fits your budget, you'll avoid surprises and last-minute stress, and you'll feel more confident walking into the next chapter of your life. So here's what you need to do next. Call or text or click the link in the description to schedule a quick chat. Even if you're not sure what to ask, I'll help you figure that out. And drop a comment below. I'd love to know what stood out to you most in this video. Was it the home prices, commute, wine country, the pros and cons? Like this video if it helped you feel more informed. Subscribe if you want honest advice and local information without the fluff. And tap the bell if you don't want to miss the next video, because I've got a lot more coming your way. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.